Okay, let's call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the roll call. Staff?
Attendance noted.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes, the Planning Commission meeting of January 27th, 2014. There a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Thank you. Okay, ordinarily this would be an opportunity for citizens to talk to the commission, but seeing that we have no input today, we'll move on to our open next items, which is the new business. Okay. Item number 1 is election of a planning commission chair, vice chair, and secretary. The nominations are open.
Yes, let's do, just so everybody remembers, we do chair first, then vice, then secretary, and you need there needs to be a nomination, a second, and a majority.
Okay. Any other nominations? Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thanks again for your confidence. I appreciate that. So we'll move on. Okay, we need a vice chair. Last year it was Susan, and so a nomination.
Was that vice chair?
Yeah. think
No,
it was
I'm
Root.
sorry, it was Commissioner Root. Commissioner Root was vice chair.
Oh, Root. It was, yeah,
It
oh,
was
yeah, it
Josh.
was Root.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah. But I was thinking. So, anyhow, a motion or
Mr.
Okay.
Chair, I move that Sue Rosenberg be nominated vice chair.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. And a secretary.
I nominate Commissioner Rubline.
Second, motion and a second. Okay, any other motions or nominations? Seeing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Next item on the agenda is to appoint liaisons to the various commissions. And let's just move down the list here. Okay. Do we have to vote on these, or they just
They're just volunteer, unless
Very good,
there's
thank you.
some
Okay.
discussion, we can just move along.
Okay, good. So Tom wants to be the first on the community services, and we need what do we call, a vice
An alternate.
alternate,
Mhm.
thank you.
My Tuesday nights are committed.
I would be interested in that if no one else is. If we're okay with that? Okay, good. Sounds good. So Tom and I. The city council. Lay us on for that. Someone? I can do that. That would be great. Okay, excellent. Okay, Susan Rosenberg. Excellent. Richfield School Board. That was you, Mr. Kitzberg.
I will continue in that role.
Okay, very good. Carries on. Transportation Commission? It was what? Oh, HRA, okay. Either way, yeah, oh yeah, HRA, thank you. Okay, HRA would be a good one then. Let's do that one.
Mr. Root, want to continue?
We can nominate him. Okay, which one would you like? Transportation, okay. So we'll leave Josh at HRA?
And I'll take Chamber.
Okay, very good. Okay, I think that's it then. We had the other one with Edina, but I think we'll just leave that unless something comes up.
Yep.
So, good. Okay, that takes care of that piece. Next item on the agenda is the bylaws. Does anyone have any additions, changes that they want to see in the bylaws after they've reviewed them? We did a little bit last year. I remember we made a couple changes too, yeah. But, yeah.
I'd like to move the staff recommendation.
Is there a second? Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. Thank you. Okay, then we move down to dates and topics for the Planning Commission study sessions. Staff, you want to just go over that a little bit?
Sure. We generally schedule 6 study sessions each year. We have moved to having those scheduled right before the regular meetings to kind of consolidate for you. So they're 6 o'clock once a month, or once every other month on Monday, generally. I've put together a tentative schedule for you. You can see that some of those dates do change based on already we're having a joint study session with the council and HRA next month to talk about the senior housing study. And then we always change things up a little bit for our walking and biking tour. And as the dates come, we kind of manipulate them. But this is a tentative schedule. Other than the senior housing study and our standard items like the walking tour and the transportation project update, we've got on here to discuss potential for light industrial uses. We've had a number of folks come to us in the business community with more light industrial type uses, and we don't have an industrial district in the city anymore. So talking about where those might fit in within our general commercial districts. Other than that, we're open to suggestions. Otherwise, in years past, we've also just waited to kind of see the topics that become relevant as the year moves on.
I note that you have a couple topics there that you kind of suggested. Do you think that the Edina Bloomington meeting will be held this year, or what's your feeling on that? Who has to push that?
It technically is Edina's turn. It has been Edina's turn. And my discussions with our community development director have been, yep, I need to schedule that. Yep, I need to schedule that. And it just kind of doesn't happen. I know they're very busy over there too. So, we can bring it up again, and I can send out an email to the Bloomington planners and Edina and float it as, we'd be happy to host, even though, if other people don't have time, if that's something that the commission would really like to go back to, we can certainly do that.
Okay. Your thoughts?
Well, I think that with Edina, one of the germane topics that would involve not just perhaps our commission, but others within the city council and so on, is if we're serious about renaming 77th Street, gaining their input and cooperation would certainly be helpful. So maybe that, if it were thrown out to them, that is one topic we could discuss.
I can certainly mention that to Director Stark. I don't think that's really something that the Planning Commission is going to take the lead on, and so I don't know that I would push that as our joint meeting topic. But we can certainly pursue 2 tracks on that. We'd definitely like to talk to you about 77th Street, but we'd also like to get together and kind of revive this meeting that we used to have.
Well, there's no reason why we couldn't discuss multiple topics.
There's
Yeah,
not, but
so-
generally when we get the 3 planning commissions together, if we were then to invite additional bodies, it just gets a little
Sure.
unruly. Difficult to manage from a staff perspective.
Okay.
One other topic I guess I would throw out is more and more we're hearing about putting murals up on buildings, having them painted, being able to artistically represent something. And somebody mentioned something to me who is currently now looking at putting a mural on a building, and that is it's bumping up against a sign ordinance if it contains numerals and letters and names and things like that within a mural, that there evidently is a problem with that being included in the signage for the building or the businesses that are there. And certainly don't want us to be thwarting the advent or the advance of art. And I think that that would be a topic that would be good to discuss, how we can build in a little bit more flexibility into some of our ordinances so that we can do more artful things.
We can certainly talk about that. I'm not sure if I know exactly the specific case that you're referencing, but we have talked to a number of people about murals, and it's been my interpretation that our sign code generally allows them. They just can't be a giant advertising sign. They have to be a mural, a
Right.
public art, not just a giant sign painted on your wall. So, the responses that I've gotten when I've talked to people have been, oh yeah, we completely understand that. So if there's been some misunderstanding, then I would have you encourage those people to give me a call.
Okay.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Past, we've had an update from city staff on the city's long-range capital improvement plan. Is that do we dedicate a study session to that typically, or is that just part of a regular meeting?
Right.
Yep,
Usually it's been just a regular meeting.
Okay.
that happens in June most often.
Right,
Mhm.
okay.
I think from what I hear is that the topics are kind of topics that'll come up as we go through. So if everybody's okay with it, I'd say we just leave it. I'd like to check into the Edina Bloomington meeting. I think they're always helpful for us to find out what is going on between the cities. I think otherwise leave the other to be determined open right at this moment, and let's see how it kind of develops as the year goes on. I
Okay.
think I'm good with that if everyone else is.
And just one other thing, if anyone has an idea for where you would like the walking or biking tour to be this year, if there's a particular something that you want highlighted in that tour that lends itself to that kind of experience, please let me know.
Okay, good. Then item number 5 is rescheduling the May 26th meeting. Staff, just a quick one on that.
Yep, the May 26th meeting falls on a federal holiday this year. It's Memorial Day, and so we're proposing to move that meeting to Wednesday. Tuesday is the city council meeting, so we would bump it 2 days to Wednesday. And we'll just get that on the calendar now so that everybody way up front knows what those application deadlines are, and we have the rooms reserved and all that.
So we have to make a motion and approve that?
Yes.
So moved.
Second? Okay, motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. Thank you. Okay, then we move on to liaison reports, Community Services Commission. Tom?
Actually, I was hoping you could report on the extension of the band shell project, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. Just a quick one on that. The council approved at their last meeting a resolution to put a band shell in Veterans Park, and we have assembled a group. I'll be chairing that, and the group will get together and recommend to the council the architect and also do a fundraising effort for the effort. The Community Services Group is going to allocate $250,000 to the band shell, and then the rest of it will be a fundraising effort that the group will do. So we've met once, and we'll be meeting on Saturdays once a month, second Saturday of each month. So if in case anyone wants to attend, there'll be have a website going up on the city website, and we will have the minutes posted there, as well as the members of the task force. And we will keep everybody updated. There'll also be a spot on there as far as the fundraising, how we're doing out there. So that's kind of the preliminaries of it, and we plan to make recommendation to the city council this year, and then in 2015 would be the building of it in Vets Park. So thanks for that time. Appreciate it. City council, anything? Okay, hearing none. Housing and Redevelopment Authority, he's not here. And what did I miss? Transportation Commission? No report. Richfield School Board?
Down to the final 3 candidates for the new superintendent.
Okay, very good. And Chamber of Commerce, if there's anything?
Yeah, the chamber invited, rather welcomed 4 new board members beginning in January. Brad Beard from Fairview Southdale, Mary Everett from Centerpoint Energy, Deborah Hampton from the American Dairy Queen Corporation, and Laurel Hansen from the ARC of Greater Twin Cities. There's a joint task force started with the Tourism Board looking at branding within the city, and there's a press release on the Chamber and Tourism Board website. Tomorrow is the legislative session priorities dinner, and the Richfield Chamber will be represented there. There's also on Thursday, the 27th, the State of the City address. Chamber members have, and members of the public who register in advance have an opportunity to participate in a breakfast sponsored by Lakeland Natural Foods and Peace Coffee, but no registration is required to attend the State of the City. And additionally, the Richfield Chamber joined 20 other Minnesota chambers in endorsing the Polymet project in northern Minnesota. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, and then City Planners Report.
I just wanted to check in and see how the electronic packets worked for everyone this round. No problems? All right, good deal. Yeah, well, it was an easy one to start with, wasn't it? Right, so we'll see how it goes moving forward. And then there are a number of meetings, they're listed in your packet, that are upcoming. There's the commissioner orientation, which again, that is not just for new commissioners. Everyone's welcome. It's always good to have that refresher. In years past, like was shown on the study session report, sometimes we do that just specifically for the Planning Commission because it's good to hear those things. So if you're available, consider. That will be hosted by the City Attorney, Mary Teachin. There's also the joint session with the City Council and HRA to talk about the senior housing study on March 17th at 6 p.m. And then our next regular meeting is March 24th. And it does look like we will have a couple items for that meeting, so make sure that one's on your calendar. That's it.
Very good. Anything else? Welcome to our new member. Thank you. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Chuck Stanfus. I'm right now a human resources consultant, self-employed. I had been HR director at McAllister College in St. Paul for 12 years. Somewhat in career transition, also looking for a great permanent spot somewhere right now, but have been self-employed for the last couple of years. Maybe opening a law practice eventually, I'm not sure, but that's kind of where I am right now career-wise.
Yeah.
But I'm a labor negotiator principally. That's so you know I'm the human side of lawyers. That's what I deal with. That's what I deal with. My wife and I have lived in Richfield since 2007, so relative newbies. But we probably will be living here for the rest of our lives. So very interested in what is going to happen in the future. My daughter actually had moved here with her family first. And attracted us here. We had been in South Minneapolis for 25 years prior to that, so not far away. But we have 3 grandchildren also living in Richfield. I'm also on the board of the Richfield Girls Softball Association, as is my daughter. So we've been involved that way as well. So the issues of not only my age group, but the very young age group are important to us as well. So we're very, very interested in what's going on around town. So. That's a little bit about me in a nutshell, and of course you'll all get to know me a lot more in the coming months, I guess. But I'm very, very pleased to be here. Very pleased to be here. Okay. We really love Richfield and want to watch it prosper.
Okay, well, welcome. We all welcome you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'd move for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. Thank you.